Hi everybody and welcome to the month of June. In the next 4 weeks, we're going to be reading 4 fascinating Torah portions, one national tragedy after another after another. So we start with the first week's parsha. The Jewish people are in the desert, they're going from Egypt to Israel, and each day God is giving them this supernatural bread, this manna from heaven. And what do the Jewish people do? They start complaining. We want chicken, we want beef, and it doesn't turn out well. In the second week's parsha, so the Jewish people send spies to Israel.
My name is Bond.
Bond.
Bond. Bond.
Bond.
Bond.
James Bond.
The spies come back and they say, you know what, it's not such a great land after all. Turns out we probably shouldn't go there. It's probably not going to work out well. And this, of course, was a tremendous mistake. God had assured them that it was going to work out well, that it was the best land, and as a result, they have to spend 40 years wandering the desert. In the third week's parsha, there's a rebellion. The Jewish people, at least a group of the Jewish people, decide that they're not so happy with Moshe and Aaron's leadership, and there's a rebellion. And as a result, there has to be a miracle to display that Moshe and Aaron are in fact the authentic leadership. And in the fourth week's parsha, so Moses himself, Moses, the great leader of the Jewish people, in frustration at the Jewish people, strikes the rock that's been giving them water for the last 40 years. And as a result, Moshe is banned from entering the land of Israel. Why do we read these portions every year? Why rehash the same details, the same tragedies? The Torah wants us to know that people are not perfect. None of us are perfect. People make mistakes. We're all human. And not only you and I are human, but even the greatest Jews in world history, the Jewish people who came out of Egypt, who experienced the 10 plagues, who saw the splitting of the Red Sea, who stood at Mount Sinai and accepted the Torah and had a revelation of God himself, even those people made mistakes. They also suffered from human failings, anger and jealousy and lust and laziness and all these other things that we can relate to as well. One of our responsibilities as imperfect people is to try and learn from our mistakes. And not only from our mistakes, but we can learn from the mistakes of people who came before us. We can read these Torah portions and we can learn from the mistakes of our ancestors. That's a tremendous, tremendous lesson. Everybody should have a great June.